We looked at a scenario analysis for 2014 based on the lessons that we learned in 2013. I think a lot happened in 2013, especially for economics. There were a couple of shocks, shattered expectations. So when we looked forward into 2014, we took a couple of the scenarios, looked at the possible outcomes, and our best case scenario for all else equal is about 2.9% growth for South Africa for 2014. What we need to look out for, especially for construction industry, unfortunately it's very much tied to GDP growth. So if there's not much happening in the economy and there's no GDP growth, then construction industry usually slows down. That is a fundamental problem that we've had. Also, the construction industry is very much driven by investment growth from government. And at the moment, South African government is sitting with a problem of twin deficits. We've got a large current account deficit. We've also got a large, public fiscal deficit. So investment options are becoming more and more limited as time is going on. So we've got good growth plans and initiatives from government. I think once the implementation of that takes place, construction companies can take advantage of that and achieve growth higher than GDP. For 2014, seeing that we had such a tough year in 2013, I think a lot of investments, there's a lot of people with money holding off on investments. We can see this in Europe. I mean, it's been happening for the past 2 years. Now, unfortunately, I think we're going to see that moving into 2014 as well. People were scared off by what happened in 2013, and we're going to see that moving into 2014. But the thing is, the various scenarios that I did mention, we've got to look at what's happening in Europe. That's very important to South Africa. If, as I said with Germany, if Germany starts growing, we can look a couple of months down the line, we should see growth pick up for exports and then also for South Africa. Also very important to take account of the US monetary policy, what's happening to other emerging economies. We're not immune to that. We're actually in a more vulnerable position than many other emerging economies with our current account deficit. So any of those effects might actually be multiplied on the South African economy. So those factors I think are going to be the most important things to look for in 2014. If you see that happening, you might want to hold off on certain things, wait a bit, and if you do see things turning around, be the first to move.